The president of Turkey is calling for a ceasefire as the Russian and Ukrainian delegations resume their peace talks this morning. Meanwhile, UN officials are considering a humanitarian ceasefire in Ukraine, echoing Ukraine's calls. The Kremlin says there have been no breakthroughs in talks thus far, but a Russian spokesperson says the in-person meetings could be the start of stronger talks, eventually leading to a meeting between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky.
New data from the Texas Health and Human Services Department shows flu cases are on the rise in parts of Texas. The state reports the risk of contracting the flu is moderate. One school in the Houston area had to shut down last week due to an outbreak in children under the age of 10. Health officials say the uptick in cases is odd because it's not flu season. They blame the easing of COVID protection measures such as mask wearing and social distancing.
Congressman Don Youn, the longest-serving Republican in House of Representatives history, will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol today. Youn was elected to the House for the first time in 1973 and represented the state of Alaska up until his death earlier this month. Officials say he lost consciousness on a flight back home to Alaska, dying before the plane could land. The official cause of death has not been released. Representative Don Youn was 88 years old.
A major highway in Pennsylvania will be shut down for most of the day as crews clear out a major pileup involving more than 50 cars. A snowstorm is being blamed for the fiery collision. At least 3 people were killed. But officials are warning that number could increase as they clear vehicles from the scene. At least 20 others were rushed to area hospitals.
Congressional hearings on next year's federal budget are taking off. A House committee is scheduled to look over President Joe Biden's plan today. Biden wants more money for NASA exploration, money to combat the opioid epidemic, and money to fight COVID-19. To pay for it all, Biden wants to restore some corporate taxes Republicans chopped in 2017.
Apple may be pulling back on production of things like iPhones and AirPods. The world's largest financial newspaper, Nikkei, says Apple is seeing lower demand due to inflation and the war in Ukraine. Planned production for the iPhone SE is cut by about 20%.
Walmart plans to stop selling tobacco products at some of its stores in the U.S. The company did not say how many stores will stop stocking the product or where exactly. According to the Wall Street Journal, the stores will replace cigarettes with other products like food or candy and more self-checkout registers.
Google has announced an emergency update for its billions of Chrome users, but it could take several days to roll out. Google first announced a dangerous vulnerability in its Chrome browser last week. It's already known to hackers, but the company has yet to fix the issue. Microsoft confirmed the same hole exists in its Edge browser.
Whether it was the slap or the actual awards, more people watched the Oscars this year. Early Nielsen results indicate over 15 million viewers tuned in to the live awards show. That's a 56% increase from last year, which was the lowest rated Oscars show ever. This year was merely the second lowest. And that's today's 9 at 9.